Oh man, I've been sitting here waiting to see what else happens with the Lakers before I ultimately talk about what's going on with the Lakers. And we had just got DeAndre Ayton yesterday, and so I'm gonna give my thoughts. Y'all see the basketball background in the back, so you know it's gonna be a sports video, just going off the mindset of where I look at the Lakers team. This Lakers team is flawed. It is flawed. Now I see the stuff out there. Well, LeBron James taking a player option has handicapped the team. Yes, I agree. I agree. I'm a LeBron fan. I think he's the greatest player ever. That's how I feel about LeBron. I think he does. But also, what was he going to do? What was he going to do? It was either A, he takes a pay cut, which he already has, and Rob Pelinka, that means he had to put his faith in Rob Pelinka to get the right piece. So I'm going to get to that in a second. Either that or sign and trade, and no team is going to get 50 mil, pay a 40-year-old 50 mil, even if it is LeBron James, and lose a part of their roster. Or he's going to opt out, and then what? The Lakers decide, you know what, we're not going to keep you, and then he's in free agency. So I think LeBron James, look, I don't like how he's getting 50 million, how he wants that, whatever. But so I understand that criticism, and I am rightful. I think it's fair to criticize LeBron for that. But here's my thing about it: what has Rob Pelinka showed you since LeBron came to the Lakers in 2018 offseason, right? Going into 2019, what has he showed you that he can build a team in free agency? Rob Pelinka has not done anything in free agency outside of get Anthony Davis in a trade, and AD is there because of LeBron. And LeBron really showed up to the Lakers because Magic Johnson was there. And LeBron wanted to end his career in LA. Rob Pelinka has wrecked. Do y'all remember the 2020 team, how great that team was? All we needed was a third consistent scorer on that team. Rob Pelinka let go of Dwight. He let go of JaVale. He let go of Danny Green off that team. Replaced with Montrezl Harrell undersized, an old Marc Gasol, Wesley Matthews. Do we really need to talk about that? And then we lose Caruso the year after that. And then we lose KCP, Kuzma, Montrezl to the rush trade in free agency. What has Rob Pelinka showed you that, hey, with this $16 million cap salary that we could possibly have, LeBron James takes a pay cut from his player option, the $12 million to $16 million in cap space. What has he shown you that he's actually going to go out and get players to make this team better? Nothing. He has not shown you that. So y'all thinking, well, what do you expect Rob Pelinka to do? Look, I'm not expecting Rob Pelinka to do anything because he's already put that standard in my brain that he's not going to do anything. And our money it's tight. Tight situation. We're not like the Rockets. The Rockets had an A+ offseason. So did Denver Nuggets, which is scary. The Lakers don't have the money like that. You have Luka Doncic making like $40 million a year. You're gonna have LeBron, so you have damn near $100 million in between the two players, and one of them is gonna be in his last year of his career or last year as a Laker. Then Austin Reeves, talking about him, he declines player option. He can go and try to get 200 million plus in a max deal. So it's a lot right now. Now we did get DeAndre Ayton. I'm not a huge fan of DeAndre Ayton, but he's better than nothing. He's better than Jackson Hayes. Okay, he's better than he just needs to be in a structured place. And if you play with LeBron James, Luka Doncic, with JJ Redick as your coach, JJ's already showed you, even when you have a center, he showed Jackson Hayes, look, if you ain't doing the job, I'll bench you. So DeAndre Ayton is not going to be allowed to do all the BS he did in Portland. Okay? We do need that 12, 13 a game and 10 rebounds. We need that. Him being a defensive guy, we need that. Hopefully we can get that out of him. Now we're talking about getting Andrew Wiggins from Miami. Miami is on drugs, first of all. They want a first-round pick, Dalton Connect, and Rui Hachimura. Are you out your mind? Look, would I give up Dalton Connect for Andrew Wiggins? I would. In the first round, I would. But it gets a little, it's kind of weird because Andrew Wiggins is inconsistent. He is. Let's just be real. He was replaceable to Golden State, so why they let him go for Jimmy Butler. Wiggins can be very consistent. Wiggins has missed a lot of games due to personal reasons. He missed a lot of games in the recent couple of years. So Andrew Wiggins is tough. Now, again, is he a wing that we need for defense and athleticism? Yes. Is he something to give up Dalton Connect, Rui Hachimura the first round for? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If anything, I'm using Gabe, Shea Milton, and Vando, and I'm moving them. I'm going to use that first round pick to get a big or something like that. Now, let's be clear about this. I like Vando, but Vando has no offensive talent whatsoever. In the league where it is now, you cannot sit there and be a defensive guy and not be able to score on any level of the floor. You just can't. Vando ends up being, and you can't play him with Jackson Hayes or DeAndre Ayton because they're not shooters. Vando needs to be in there with a shooter. And he's not that. And with us losing DFS, which I'm upset about, we lose three-point shooting. That's another reason I don't want to really lose Dalton Connect and Rui at the same time. Rui's gotten his three-point shot better, and Dalton Connect's a marksman. So if I'm going to lose them, I get Andrew Wiggins, we got to move off Vando. Because Vando, we can get some for Vando. I firmly believe we can. Now, there are talks about getting Al Horford. I'll take Al Horford. I really would. He would be a good backup center for DeAndre Ayton. With him, with his leadership, with his IQ, that is what has got him to be able to still play in the league today. And I believe he'd want to play with LeBron James. I really do. You know, LeBron was kicking his ass in the Eastern Conference so much when he was in Boston. You know, he probably want to. If he goes to Golden State, I think he would fit more with the Lakers than Golden State, because Golden State's going to need him to be a starting center. They just lost Kevon Looney. They're going to need Horford to be a starting center. And I don't know if he can be a starting center and be a defensive guy for the Warriors that they need. The Warriors need an athletic 7-footer who can block shots and rebound. They need what JaVale McGee gave them in 2017. Like, the Warriors have been hunting for that Andrew Bogut for years, for the past 10 years. So I think Al Horford will most likely become a Lakers. Like, I knew Ayton would become a Lakers as soon as he got when he got bought out. But this team, look, I have to see what happens. But this team looks, it looks a little, What Houston's done, San Antonio's done, what Denver's done, you don't have the Thunder. Look, it's scary. But Rob Pelinka, let's be clear, I'm not expecting him to make a splash move. But if y'all best move to trade LeBron James, I'm asking you, what player is going to be your second best player, can give you 25, 8, and 8 with the efficiency that he plays with the IQ that he plays with? Who's going to get that? Because Reeves isn't the number 2. And whoever you get, there are only 8 players maybe that could be better than LeBron James at this stage right now. You're trading a top 10 player to get what back? And the Lakers talking about, well, we're going to build for 2027 free agency. You already have 2 stars. You have Austin Reeves averaged 25-5 last year. What are you talking about? This is the problem. Trading LeBron James is only going to make you worse. Yeah, to open up money, but like I said, Pelinka has not shown you that he'll be able to. Now, if you talk about 2027 and you could potentially try to get Giannis with Luka, that's one thing. But I don't see Giannis being in Milwaukee another 2 years. And I have to get to that conversation in a second with the Damian Lillard thing. But at the end of the day, what are the Lakers doing? Don't know. I think they're just running on fumes at this point. Look at Rob Pelinka. We have new ownership. We need to get Rob Pelinka up out of there. You know? Now, I'm saying this for the now because I don't know if I'll be a Laker fan after LeBron retires. Be real with you. I might be a Cavs fan because I love Donovan Mitchell. But at the end of the day, if I'm a Lakers fan, I'm thinking Rob Pelinka, if we're going to build for the future, Pelinka needs to go. He needs to. And as far as Pelinka, he needs to do everything he can in this roster to try to get the 1 year out of LeBron, win with Luka, who's been working to get back in shape. Right, going to have Austin Reeves. I wouldn't trade Austin Reeves right now. Not over Rui and Dalton Connect. No, I wouldn't trade Austin Reeves. But Reeves will be back. He'll be better. Hopefully be a little bit better on the defensive end, even though he lacks some strength and, guarding these big guards. But at the end of the day, the Lakers, to me, is they're still a playoff team. Are they a contending team? I don't know. I have to see what the roster looks like, and then I'll be able to give my opinion. But that's my opinion so far on the Los Angeles Lakers. Let me know your thoughts and comments below, and see you next video. Peace. Yeah.